Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this quick guide showing you how you can complete the time trials between May 13th and May 20th. Starting off with the RC time trial, as always, you're going to need the RCB data for this one in order to be able to do it. For a small $1.5 million, you can make $100,000 every single week, so if that's worth it, that's up to you. The time trial itself, not too difficult. You have about 10 seconds to spare from my experience. But of course, this might be a little bit different for you, depending on how much experience you have with the time trials. RCBD time trials generally go by the same rules. RCBD is very light, so make sure to always land on all your four wheels in order to avoid the spinning out. There are a few hurdles in this one, like for example the bridges we have to cross because of the jump that we have to do, and again, because the RCBD is so light, you want to make sure to always land on your four wheels. Another one is traffic, like you just saw. The car apparently decided to go for me even though I'm just a toy car. Regardless, aside from traffic, there's also the pedestrians you want to be careful from, because sometimes they just like to walk in front of you, and because it's kind of based on RNG, aka luck, you might have to run into them and or avoid them from time to time. The bridges themselves, of course, like I mentioned before, you're gonna cross a few of them, so make sure again to land on all four wheels to make sure that you don't have any sort of hurdles. After that, it's just a matter of crossing this little section here. Don't go too fast here, because you might start spinning out, which is obviously something you want to avoid. Time is definitely on your side with this one, and the main thing you really want to focus on is mostly just having smoothness over speed. Another reason for that is this section here where we're crossing the large bit of traffic, and then it's just a mostly wide angle onto the finish line and you will be done. Moving on to the regular time trial, this one, don't be too afraid with it. You have about 20 seconds to spare on a fully upgraded baddie 81, and that does mean that if you have something that's quicker than this, it could even go faster. Having said all this though, I think that even with a non-upgraded baddie 81, you should still be totally fine because of how much time you have spare on a upgraded baddie 81. The route itself is relatively simple. Of course, if you're using a bike, make sure to do as much wheelies as you can to give yourself some extra speed boost, and then it's just a matter of just following the route that I'm showing on screen and you should be totally fine. It's mostly following the same road actually, so it's gonna be quite predictable. Funny enough, the second batch of time trials that they released at this point years ago generally seems to be following the same kind of route all the time, which is quite funny. A lot of straight lines happening and not really a lot of challenge in there, which is good for those people out there who are relatively new to the game and want to make a very easy $100,000, which is of course what you're going to be doing with this. If you're wondering if I'm still talking about anything at all relevant to the time trial, probably not, because there's not really much to say. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you all so very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed or found it useful, subscribe for more, and if you really like what you see on the channel, consider becoming a member, like Chloe, Robert, Alus Fire, Captain Price, and Dr. Strange Love. Join them and all the other fellow members by clicking the join button down below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later. Would have been great if I finished that as I was crossing the finish line, which I'm going to do about right now.